manufacturer's 3-week quick start to try.
Alright, let's see.
$19.95, a low-cost way for you to sort of take it out.
Hello, everybody.
Less than $1 a day. Go to reliefvoucher.com. Voucher.com or call 800-4RELIEF.
I don't see anything in the comments that it's not real.
See how you can live with less pain.
Oh, yeah, later.
Yes, to more of everything you want.
What is it, Sanford something?
The movie, yeah, 2025. Eddie Murphy and David Glover is Vermont as a young kid.
Legislators propose redistricting in their state.
This state is a textbook example of gerrymandering. They gerrymandered the state of Illinois like nobody's business. Eric Holder has got a nonprofit. He's been working on redistricting. They used to fool so many in the corporate media to say, oh, they're just about undoing Republican gerrymandering.
Former chief of staff of the Environmental Protection Agency, man, who's been honest for us.
In October,
Armed Americans.
Yeah.
Being pulled away from
News is false. Neither Peacock nor the actors have announced Sanford and Son. It is false. Everything you see on Facebook is false. Period. Don't believe anything you see on Facebook.
More news.
Facebook is a fake news engine.
So you,
All it puts out is
so you badmouth on Facebook while you're broadcasting on Facebook.
Murphy's strange eating habits to the fans. Murphy went viral in an interview by pulling
ban my account. I don't care.
his uniform pocket and taking a bite as he detailed.
Well, they should police that. They shouldn't let that happen.
It's all fake. Everything I see on Facebook is fake. Everything.
Pocket pancakes.
Nancy Sinatra, 85.
During every Sunday game for the rest of the season. Jason Walker
All right.
reporting. Detroit Lions safety Maurice Nomer says in a social media post he's okay after being taken off the field in an ambulance late in a preseason game against the Falcons. And Tom Brady statue weighing 6 tons and standing 17 feet
Where's that?
has been unveiled outside the New England Patriots Stadium. Brady, a 7-time Super Bowl champion, retired in 2020.
Wonder how much money it took for
More on these stories
to make that.
townhall.com.
I wonder if it was more money.
I wonder how much it cost to make that happen.
I wonder if it's more money than that Popeye statue over in Angkor. Was it really $28 million? That's what you reported on that.
Yes.
That's what you read, right?
Yeah.
They couldn't get one for $4 million?
I don't even remember the story.
I think it was. I think it was 20 million. We gotta go there. We'll go there and check it out. I think we'll go there. I think there's a boat that goes there from somewhere. I'll look into it. I know there's a boat that goes from, I'm not sure where you pick it up. It might be over at Charlestown, maybe, and they shoot you up the river right to the casino.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a place. I'll look it up. We should go there, maybe play some slots. And I guess the new soccer, the Revolutionaries might be moving to
They are moving to Everett. Yes, they are. They're moving to Everett eventually. That's the plan.
Everyone's going to Everett because Boston's so tight about it.
On this program are those of the hosts
Foxborough, it's not the place to host.
I'm telling you, they had it in Boston. I'm telling you, more people,
and their guests.
I mean, the Patriots are never going to move. Patriots are never going to move.
No, that's fine.
But, anybody else.
No, I think the Revolution should have its own stadium.
Their Revolution should have its own stadium.
It's a different market to be able to attract different people from, and a lot of people who like soccer live in the cities.
Sense.
You know.
Middleboro Weekend Review with your host Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news. Middleboro News here on AM 1530 WBBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
And good morning, and welcome to Middleboro in Review as I turn Mike's. Shut up, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, there we go. I was thinking microphone.
Mike. Hey, Mike.
I was thinking microphone.
What's up, Michael?
As I turn Don's mic on, there we go.
Okay, Mike.
Uh,
Mike and Don over there. Okay.
Sunday morning.
I have to hand it to Paul last. Okay, he does a show on Saturday, 10 o'clock, Cranberry Country Journal. He's the nicest guy ever. I mean, I consider him a really good friend, and he's always he's one of the most wonderful guys I ever met in my life. He leaves us notes. Have a safe and enjoyable vacation, and a great show. Be enjoyed every week, like clockwork. It's so consistent. And I want to thank Paul,
Absolutely.
For doing that, being such a good friend. And he's great to listen to his show, Cranberry Country Journal, 10 a.m. on Saturdays. It's such a great show, the way he does his show. And we've been on the show a couple of times, and it's just, you feel like $1 million. When he talks to you, he just puts you so high on pedestal, you just feel great about yourself. And you should feel great about yourself. But, I mean, he just has a way of doing that. And I just want to thank Paul for the notes and being a good friend. And I've learned a lot off Paul. He's been broadcasting for years. He's had his radio show, and he's had, he's got a community access TV show for the longest time. And I just want to thank Paul because you're a good friend. And you're a person I would really look up to. And, I'm really trying to learn a lot from you. He's definitely a true professional. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
What do we got here? Okay, so
Welcome to Middleboro Review.
Welcome to Middleboro Review. This is program number. I lost count. I don't know what number program this is. A lot, yes. I think we're almost in the 400 at this point.
400 shows?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, give or take, like 7 or 8. Because there's been several that we haven't done.
Yeah.
The 4 that we didn't do recently.
Yeah, because
we were off the air.
But,
then there was one where we didn't do it because we were moving to this place.
Yeah.
And then
a few vacations we were off the air.
Yeah, a few vacations we were off the air.
I think we only might have missed out of the 10 shows. Out of
maybe 10 shows.
10 or 12. Yeah.
And then there was one we were off the air.
Yeah, it was one day.
And then I think there was one we were off the air because of weather as well.
Yeah, well.
So yeah, I did 10.
10 to 12, maybe 15 hours out of 4. That's not bad. It's pretty.
No.
We like coming here at the at the studios here.
Yeah.
And the way Paul would say the studios, ostentatious. What was he say?
Ostentatious. Yeah.
Yeah, no one says it like Paul. And no one says it like, like Barry used to say.
The 31st century.
Yeah, Barry Sanders would say that. I just crack up. I just crack up. We'd be talking about the studio for like, I don't know, a minute. All these words coming in to the center of the universe, and this is the only place to be. This is the only show you should listen to on Sunday. Millions and millions of people listening.
This is a beautiful day today. Once again, Sunday. No rain in the forecast today at all. It'll be a little cloudy in the afternoon, but again, beautiful day today in Taunton. 63 degrees right now, 86 for the high, 58 for the low. By the way, this weekend is sales tax-free weekend.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I was watching something on YouTube, and the Kelly, the New Hampshire governor.
Yeah.
She says, "Yeah, it might be sales tax in Massachusetts, but every day is in New Hampshire." It was an over the top video. I was like, "Wow."
That's funny. That's funny.
Talk about the two gas stations, like the two gas stations across each other, street from each other. They're always get gas wars. There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them out there, you know, in the area that you drive down, and they're like one's a penny off or whatever. They're back and forth.
Exactly.
So everyone's looking to. Let's go to Massachusetts House it because not everyone is right up to New Hampshire. A lot of people don't like doing that too. They, you know, it's a lot. There's a lot of people who, you know, you live in the state, and you know, and people feel that, you know, the politicians or the legislation did a good job. No one likes to pay taxes, but you know that money. But you know the sales tax money is going back into the state.
Absolutely.
It's going back into education. It's going back into schools. It's going back into healthcare. It's going back to the seniors. So, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not one of those people that runs up in the air. I just go down I'd rather go down the street and whatever. You know, I mean, even you know, it's just like because you know the money's getting pumped back into the community.
Exactly.
All
Support local businesses
Yeah.
regardless of
you know.
sales tax.
Right. I'd rather buy something in Middleboro. I'd rather buy something in Taunton. I'd rather buy some. You know, I'd rather, you know, be honest with you, because not saying, you know, but I think a lot of people go to get TVs and stuff like that. But I mean, you might be paying $25 on a tax or something like that. What, are you going to drive up to New Hampshire and use $25 in fuel to save?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and all the gas is about the same, and I think New Hampshire might be more money than Massachusetts as far as the gas, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, so, I mean, and New Hampshire, their property taxes are through the roof. I know they get no sales tax, but their property taxes through the roof. And every 2 years, we're still only paying $60 for the registry. You just register the car.
$60.
$60, right?
Yeah.
I think theirs is like every year. Maybe I don't know. I don't have my research keep up. I don't have my research team with me today, but I heard it's more money. Okay, and I heard I think it's 2 years, but I heard it's more money. They still have special stickers. We do. So I mean, great, you know. So when you think you're gonna run up to New Hampshire, I don't know, just maybe go down the street and, you know, spend a little time with your family. You know, you gotta say $50 and be stuck in Boston traffic for 4 hours. I don't know what's not the light, right, Joey?
Mm-hmm.
So it's tax-free weekend. So buy it this weekend, I guess.
Let's see here. Vehicle registrations.
What, for New Hampshire?
Yeah, I had to look that up.
Okay.
Probably look it up during the commercial.
Yeah, we'll look it up. We'll see. The apples and oranges kind of
Exactly.
because
I get that information
yeah.
for everybody.
The only thing I think is a stickler for most people in Massachusetts is the excise tax. Yeah, right. Because we're one of the people who, it's just like, and then people forget, and you know, and then you come in like, you get your warrant, and then pay your $14 excise tax.
There you go. Well, so weather this week is going to be really, really good. We're going to miss the weather here. But it's going to probably be similar in Pennsylvania, so...
Oh, it is going to be.
Yeah, so that's fine. High 80s, low 90s throughout the week this week. No rain in the forecast, except there is a 35% chance on Thursday for some rain. So it's gone down. It was 40 yesterday.
I think we might need rain. Then it's starting to get a little brown out there, you know, south of the house.
I don't know if we're going to get any rain this week. I mean, Thursday, again, is the only chance this week for rain, and that chance is going down day by day. So we might not even get any rain this week. But that's what's going on in Taunton. Newport Richey, 76 degrees right now, high of 87, low of 75. They've been getting a lot of rain in Florida.
Seems pretty cool there for Florida in August, huh? 87.
Well, they've been getting a lot of
today?
87 today. Yeah, they've been getting a lot of rain as well in the area.
Okay.
The tropics is starting to heat up.
It's funny too when it rains heavy, and US 19 is the major thoroughfare that heads to the west coast, where you're running from actually St. Pete all the way up to up to Biggie Watchie almost. Okay, that's about 80 miles.
Yeah.
You should see what it turns into when it rains, because all the oil and slick turns into oil. It's like 19 for some reason. You ever notice that when we're up there? When it rains, it's just it has this glassy look because of the heat.
Yeah.
And maybe a lot
That
of
can't be fun.
well, they use concrete more.
Yeah.
Than it's asphalt, but it's weird. It's just it's almost like a glycerin on the road when they have heavy rain.
That can't be fun at
Well, that
all.
road's been in existence for 80 miles, 80 years. It's always been there. I mean, it's wide now, but it's pretty busy.
All right, yeah. Well, Newport Richie's got a chance of rain, and it's going to be windy today too. Gusts up to 17 miles per hour with some rain in the evening potentially. Rain chance every single day this week and into next week. So, as I've been saying, Florida's been getting a lot of rain, and some of that has to do with the tropics. Some of that has to do with just rain.
Well, that's on the Gulf. I mean, that's on the Gulf.
Yeah, and the tropics are starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're starting to heat up.
The Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it.
Right, is a different weather pattern pretty than over the Atlantic.
Exactly, and we're in the peak of hurricane season now.
Right.
This is it. This is the peak. Second week of August into September. This is it. We're in the peak of the hurricane season. So be very cautious. Be very vigilant, observant. If you live in Florida and you're listening to this, be observant as to what the weather looks like and the tropics will look like over the next couple of weeks because it's starting to heat up for sure. There's some spots in the Atlantic to watch out for.
Yeah.
The Pacific. The Pacific this year has been wow. The Pacific has been very busy. They're already in the eyes right now for the name storms. They're already in the eyes. They're almost halfway through the list. And we're just about halfway through, right around the halfway point of the year. They go until the end of November. So, still got 3 months to go. And if that pattern continues, they could go into the Greek names, or the Latin names, or whatever they use. It's either Greek or Latin that they use for the names. When they run out of the 26 names they usually use for the season, they break out the other names, and you might see that in the Pacific this year. We'll see. Middleboro, 64 degrees, high of 86 today, low of 59, clear skies today, maybe a little bit cloudy this afternoon, but no rain in the forecast at all for Middleboro. Driscoll, Texas, 77 degrees, 93 today. Finally, a lot of that area, especially in Arizona, in Phoenix, the Phoenix area, and things like that, they're in the high 90s, low hundreds every day, and that's been the case for days upon days. The heat has been pretty crazy over there. But 77 today, right now for Driscoll, Texas. 93 for the high, 77 for the low. Still kind of uncomfortable when it comes to nighttime temperatures, but the daytime temperatures are not getting too aggressive. That's good. Driscoll, North Dakota, 57 degrees right now. Feels like 50 right now, so it's pretty nice out there. 78 degrees for the high, 57 for the low. And pretty nice weather this week for Driscoll, North Dakota. Let's take our first commercial break right now. When we come back, we'll go on to Spain history.
Spark Street Auto Body, located at 48 Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair and complete auto service for your car. They are a direct repair shop for all major insurance companies. You can reach them at 508-583-1495. They are open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and 8 to 4 on Fridays. Call them today. You will not be disappointed. 508-583-1495.
Combat Veteran Motorcycles Association is an association of combat veterans from all branches of the United States Armed Forces who ride motorcycles as a hobby. Our mission is to support those who have defended our country and freedoms. Our focus is to help veteran care facilities provide a warm meal, clothing, shelter, and guidance, or simply to say thank you and welcome home. We have members from nearly all 50 states and living abroad. Many members continue to serve in our armed forces, with several serving in combat areas now. We sponsor and or participate in motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a non-profit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can join or support, please visit cvma 2-2.
320. Alright, let's get back to what we can do here. 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're back. I turned down the bumper music. There we go. 7:24 a.m. this morning. Alright. Don, are you ready for the Today in History?
No, I'm ready to listen to you.
Alright. We have for August 10th, the Today in History are as follows. 1856, the last island hurricane strikes Louisiana, resulting in over 200 deaths. 1905, the Russo-Japanese War. Peace negotiations begin in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, on this day. Don.
Yes.
The peace negotiations for the Russo-Japanese War began on this day in 1905 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
And Teddy Roosevelt had a lot to do with that.
120 years ago.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt had a lot to do with that. Russia didn't do too well.
No,
they didn't do too well. They got their Pacific Fleet first, Japanese, and they went over and got the Baltic Fleet. They wiped them out, so I didn't think Russia had any choice in the matter. Yeah, it was Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty interesting, and I love Portsmouth. Portsmouth is such a nice little town.
It is. 1949, and then amendments to the National Security Act of 1947 enhances the authority of the United States Secretary of Defense over the Army, Navy, and Air Force, and replaces the National Military Establishment with the Department of Defense, the DOD.
Yeah.
All right. 1954, in Messina, New York, the groundbreaking ceremony for the St. Lawrence Seaway is held on.
It's awesome up there. I've been up there, and up near Malone, New York. Is it Malone? It might be Messina. There's a tunnel that goes underneath the. They got locks there, and there's like these cool tunnels, big road tunnels that go under the pot there, because it's a lot of man-made between the St. Lawrence Seaway and other natural waterways. But that's something. But you know what? The St. Lawrence Seaway put Buffalo out of business. 59, Buffalo was worth one, because most of the shipping came. I mean, a lot of the grain and a lot of the wheat came from the Midwest, and then they went to Buffalo, and all the grain silos was, they're all over the place in Buffalo. And obviously they took them off bigger ships, and they had to store them. And then they put them on the barges, and they did the barge canal, the Erie Canal. They take it markets on the east. But as soon as that opened up, they didn't have to. So a lot of the grain silos, like Buffalo's like the middleman, holding everything, because they have to funnel it, slowly to the east via the canal. But once they put that in, Buffalo, that was it for Buffalo. I'm not saying they're out of business, but I mean they were huge. If you go back and look at the economy in 1950, 1955 of Buffalo, it was like the city made so much money, and then just by that canal opening, that was it. You know what I mean? Because now the big, huge ships can go, right through.
Yeah.
Bypass Buffalo altogether.
Well, August 9th, 1969 was the day Sharon Tate was murdered. August 10th, 1969, the Rosemary and La Bianca, the Leno and Rosemary La Bianca murders happened. So that was a big story, Don, back in 1969. 1981, another big story. The murder of Adam Walsh. The head of John Walsh's son is found. This inspires the creation of the television series America's Most Wanted and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. You know, John Walsh is always on television with that show. I see him on television all the time, and that's what inspired it. That's what inspired the show. Is the unfortunate murder of his son.
After we're done, not the story.
Okay, thank you, Don. All right, so we'll do that after the same day. Great. Okay, 2001. The 2001 Angola train attack occurred, and this causes 252 deaths. Birthdays on this day: 1814. Henry Nestle, Don.
Ah, that sounds delicious.
Nestle Crunch Bars.
Ah, that sounds delicious.
Thank you, Henry Nestle.
Yeah.
A German businessman, and he founded, of course, Nestle, which again they would go on to found to do the Nestle Crunch Bars
And other candies.
and other stuff.
But I mean, when we think Nestle,
We think easily it's Nestle Crunch Bars.
nothing beats the Nestle
Yes,
Crunch.
absolutely.
Nothing.
1874, Herbert Hoover, American engineer and politician, the 31st president of the United States. Herbert Hoover gets a lot of hate when it comes to the economy.
Well, a lot of people think he didn't do nothing. He didn't do enough to keep us out of the Great Depression. And then when it happened, he didn't do anything about it. You know, and and then I guess when the Depression started, the veterans wanted to get they had some money coming to them.
Yeah.
And they marched on Washington, and they sent the military after it was him who did it. So I mean, and he's one-term president. A lot of people say he was out of touch,
Of course.
because he was out of touch because he had all the daddy warbuck people, you know what I mean, in New York and society who had the money, and the whole country was starving to death.
Yeah.
And then FDR came along, and and he did the New Deal.
That definitely helped.
Well,
And then the war happened.
then it was a war economy.
And the war happened, and then that's what really got us out of it. So
Well, because of the war economy.
it's the war.
And then thank God for the women of America, Rosie the Riveter.
Yes.
I see those pictures of Rosie the Riveter. He's got a bandana on.
Oh, it's inspiring.
It is inspiring.
It's very inspiring.
It's very inspiring to see that because they got it done.
All right.
They got it done, and it was just too bad when the guys hopped out back. They put all the women back in the kitchen, which wasn't probably shouldn't have been that way.
No.
But they stepped up though.
1947, Ian Anderson, Scottish-American singer, songwriter, and guitarist for Jethro Tull, Don.
Oh, I saw Jethro Tull once.
Our favorite guitarist was in Jethro Tull for about a month. He said he joined the band. It wasn't for him. It just wasn't for him, and he left.
Yeah, Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath. He was he was jamming with Ozzy, Geezer, and Bill Ward, but then he said he got this gig, but he wanted to go back, but Ian Anderson was like, you got to be here at 8. It was like a job.
Yeah.
And none of these guys were getting up at 8. They were sleeping at 9, 10, 11 o'clock. They were sleeping in, right?
Exactly.
Teenagers. So what Tony Iommi learned from that is when the month of him jamming, I think he did a couple shows, and he was on a live Top of the Pops or something like that. There's
You can find that on YouTube.
yeah, there is footage of Tony Iommi, but he said once he did that, he was, he had the van.
Yeah.
So he picked up all the guys at like 7:30. And
You learned how to,
well,
learn that.
they learned how the time management.
Time management.
And that really really help because if we lived to the other guys, they'd be sleeping at noontime.
Exactly.
So that's what he said he learned from being in Jungle Hotel for 1 month.
And then finally, our passings for today. We have one today. 2007, Henry Cabot Lodge bowler, American lieutenant and pilot, and a little bit about him here. He was an American military serviceman and electrician. He was trained with the Tuskegee Airmen during World War II. He passed away in 2007. His years in service, 1942 to 1947. And he has an Air Medical Award. So, very interesting life and story there. Henry Cabot Lodge bowler. All right, 7:33. Here we go. 7:33 a.m. Let's take our news break. We'll be right back. Do a 3-minute interview.
Yeah. Is the concert still going on the lawn?
Yeah, for like 2 more weeks. 1 more week, I think.
Do you know who's playing Thursday?
I can look it up.
Yeah, look that up and see if anything's going on. So just to let everyone know, it's much of the summer.
Yeah.
Launches, you know what I mean, from Middleboro. We're going to be talking about Middleboro, right?
There's we'll just do a segment on the on summer concerts.
Yeah.
Another break.
All right, and then Mumford and Sons. Wrap that up.
We'll wrap the show up for that.
Also said Secretary of State Rubio would be a strong consideration for 2028.
That's Chris. Heinz teams with Smoothie King for a ketchup smoothie.
Was also repeatedly delivered for conservative Christians who form the bedrock of his Republican support.
Why? Who would want that?
No. If Marco Rubio ran in 28 and J.D. Vance ran as vice president,
Yes.
could
I don't think
could J.D. Vance run for president after 8 years? I would only be one term.
I don't think he. Well, yeah, it would be only 1 term as vice president, so he could do that. He could be vice president again under a different president. But president, I guess maybe.
Well, look at Nixon. He was vice president for 8 years under Eisenhower, and then he was president.
And then he was president. Exactly. Yes. So he was president for 4. Right? Was he?
Right. Well,
Did he only get 1 term?
well, how old's Marco Rubio? J.D. Vance is only 40.
I think Marco Rubio is just a little bit older than J.D. Vance. But not too much older.
Flashing down 2 Americans, 1 Japanese, and 1 Russian astronaut. More on these stories at townhall.com. We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting outside, getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pains, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your life. Head over to ReliefFactor.com or give them a call at 800-4-RELIEF. You get their 3-week free
There's 2 more summer concerts. 14th and 21st. I'm gonna find the other summer
Doctors
concerts.
uses a special formula for 4 natural ingredients.
We'll do a seminar on that.
It helps mask the pain, it helps reduce or eliminate. In fact, the longer you take Relief Factor, the more effective it is.
There was only one president who dedicated,
Sleep can get you out of pain by taking
would say, who was Polk, wasn't it? Who said he'd only do 1 term?
Yes. Polk kept all his campaign promises. All the campaign promises he said he was going to do, he did. That was it. He was done. After
Maybe that might be a winning strategy if, like, say, Rubio said, I'm only going to do 4 years,
Yeah.
and have Vance as vice president, and then have Vance running 32.
Yeah.
Get another vice president.
Yeah.
Because I don't think J.D. Vance can run for vice president 3 times.
Marco Rubio has to find another vice president. Probably Gabbard.
No.
Probably Gabbard.
No.
Probably Gabbard. Yeah. No. Probably Tulsi Gabbard.
We're probably going to vote for her. She's all right, but no, we're not going to vote for her. You know?
She's pretty high up in the odds. She's pretty high up in the odds.
No, not for vice president.
roads have been reopened, but there's a strict ban on...
It's like a Sarah Palin mistake, I think.
One person dead.
So,
I don't know that. I don't know about that. I don't think Tulsi Gabbard is so Sarah Palin.
Well, she's a governor of a state, of a complicated state, and sometimes the media turns people into boogeymen, and she wasn't. It's just the media has a way of destroying people. You know what I mean? So it's just, sometimes you fall into that.
Engineering firms conclude the bridge was beyond repair. The bridge was created in 2013 by volunteers who sought to transform the historic bridge into something beautiful. They now say they'll try to use pieces of the bridge in future gardens. Gentlemen will begin August 18th. Jason Walker reporting. Sports news, baseball, Pete Alonso, his 252nd career home run.
No one cares about Pete Alonso.
Stronger for 40 years. Alonso also connected against Milwaukee Brewers starter Tobias Myers.
Oh wow, yeah, he's got his 252nd home run. Great.
More on these stories.
Must be a slow news day. Why do we care about that? Okay. Great. He hit his 252nd home run. Great.
Don't forget the registration. Don't forget the registration.
We will.
It's somewhat priceless.
Yeah, you get 252 more home runs than I do. Do I care? No, I don't.
Who are you talking to? You talking to the wall? Who are you talking to?
The news stories they have sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
People on Facebook is like,
I know. What are you talking about? All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back here on
It's always fun.
Middleboro Review.
It's always fun because you do put this on Facebook. So, I mean, what we're saying on the air, through the radio is, kind of different than what we're saying.
Yeah.
The other radios, it's funny how we goof on each other, we kind of pick on each other. But that's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing that. So,
Exactly.
So we're the Facebook picking, what's going on now with those two. You know what I mean?
So summer concert series, Don.
Yes.
Let's go through this
Yes.
little summer concert series roundup.
What's left?
What's left?
Right.
Middleboro first, the 19th annual Middleboro Summer Concert Series on the Town Hall lawn. 2 left. This Thursday, August 14th, Speakeasies, and then the following Thursday, Dennis and Friends. Both concerts will start at 6 p.m. on the Town Hall lawn in Middleboro.
I say it every time too. The Friends of Middleboro usually do the concessions,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure. We haven't been to a show. We should try to go to a show. Maybe the Thursday we come back if we can. But this guy has an awesome popcorn. It's an old popcorn machine, and makes the best popcorn. You know what I mean? It's up radio. It's just like it's an old popcorn machine, and I have to have the popcorn. And it's like I don't know what it was, but it is what it is for the price. But if you go there and there's popcorn, and that same guy's doing I remember for years he was there doing it, but it must have been his popcorn machine, or maybe it's the friend of Middleboro's popcorn machine, but it's like old popcorn machine, and I get all excited about the old popcorn because they make the best popcorn.
Downtown Taunton Summer Concert Series, the first 4 Fridays in August. There's 2 concerts left. Each concert is from 7 to 9 p.m. Bring your own chairs, snacks, beverages for sale, and sidewalk shock and more will be available as well. This is free.
Where's that located?
This is going to be located at Liberty and Union Park, 78 Main Street.
Oh, yeah.
In Taunton. August 15th, AK Cody, and August 22nd, the Soba City Jazz Committee.
So that's Union. Where was it again?
The Liberty and Union Park.
It's right up the street, right?
Right up the street. Exactly.
It's funny too because it's kind of small. There's a small little area between the buildings, right?
Yes.
Bridgewater has that too. They call it the alley.
Exactly.
And it's between 2 buildings, and they get it set up. And I really love the setup they got there. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, let's see if I can find that. Bridgewater.
I thought they discontinued it. No, maybe not.
Alley.
You know.
Summer.
Yeah, it's a good little spot there. There's a couple pubs in the area you can walk around. They got a little shopping area. The park that runs through Route 18, you can sit there and relax and watch the world go by. But I had a friend of mine's band played there about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And it was a nice little spot, shaded. It's not a bad little. It's tiny, but it's really nice. I like how creative that planners get as far as venues and stuff like that. Because sometimes small is better.
So they're still doing it.
Okay, good.
Ward, Hayden, and the Outliers will be this upcoming
What nights do they usually do it?
Thursday?
What?
14th?
Really? Why is everything on
Ninth.
Thursday?
9th is a Saturday.
Why don't they have like
8th is
Bridgewater Friday?
Yeah, Thursday.
Really? So
Friday.
when they have
Thursday. Ward, Hayden, and the Outliers on Thursday. Opening act, Brian McKenzie. And then after that, Grace Morrison with an opening act of Matt Dorello.
Yeah.
That's the 21st. And the 28th, Jake Swamp and the Pine with the opening act. Joanne the Band, August 28th.
On Thursday?
Couple more,
Thursday?
yep.
Couple Thursdays.
5:30 to 8
And is there official address
at
there?
the Bridgewater Music Alley.
They got an official address on that? It's right downtown. It's right in the center.
25 Scotland Boulevard, Bridgewater.
Okay.
Actually, it's at Black Cat for Works.
Oh.
They must have moved it. Maybe they moved it.
Oh, that's where it is now?
Yeah, they
call it the alley still?
Yeah. They still call the series that. So.
Okay.
They must have moved it.
Yeah, right.
All right.
I've seen shows at the Brew Works there. It's a nice venue. They got like a food truck and.
Yeah.
But I love too bad they moved it because I really like the intimate, being in downtown, being right downtown center of Bridgewater. The one show I saw there, I really enjoyed.
All right, music nights at Gray's Beach Park. That's in Kingston. Grab some chairs or blankets. Bring your family and friends. Local food trucks will be on site, free for the public. Events 6 to 8 p.m. Parking is limited, so plan to arrive earlier. The next event will be August 19th. Adam Frady's will be performing. Again, food trucks will be available. And then after that, September 2nd at the Keepers, which is acoustic rock. Again, food trucks will also be available for that one. Then we have the town of Canton. Residents are invited and visitors to attend the annual summer concert series held Wednesday evenings throughout July and mid-August. The series will begin July 2nd and continue weekly through the 13th of August. So there's one more to go. All performances are scheduled to start at 6:30 p.m. on the lawn of the Rodman Center, which is located at 960 Washington Street in Canton. Admission will be free. There'll be food available, hot dogs and hamburgers. Attendees are encouraged to bring lawn chairs or blankets. And then they have one more concert for the year, and that is the 13th of August, the Retro Rockets.
When's the 13th? Is that on Thursday?
That's a Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay, well that's good. They have them all in one day, so but you got a couple more weeks left because sometimes if you miss out and you don't get to the show, how that closes, and then we're shoveling snow in December by the time you know it.
Yes.
So we get that in, and they're always a good time. And I know Joey's filmed a couple of the Middleboro shows, and the Middleboro, I think, in my opinion, is the best because the town hall lawn is the nicest place you can watch it because you got that beautiful backdrop of Middleboro Town Hall. And something too I've noticed is they play right at the front door. Mm-hmm. Well, the acoustics go through that archway, and it just gives it that sound. It really, I've seen outdoor venues around just outside, but where they put the stage, it echoes through that archway, the front door there at the town hall, and it really sounds good. It's a really nice sound, and go get yourself some popcorn too. That's what I say. Yeah, go get some hot dog or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you know what? If you don't want that, you just you got a whole town of restaurants.
Absolutely.
You just walk around and and take a walk down Thatcher's Row.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love that little thing. It's just, you feel like you're back in the 1700s, and that's how all these towns were, and that's how Middleboro was back then. It's a nice family. Go get yourself a coffee. There's restaurants, there's shopping, there's all sorts of good stuff here. If you don't need a haircut, there's a big barber shop. It's like 2 barber shops.
There's 3.
Yeah,
actually.
I mean-
one on Thatcher's Row as well.
Oh yeah, right. And then there's the one on the Main Street, next to the pizza place. And then there's another one. So I mean,
Yeah.
we're all within
Yeah.
walking distance.
Yeah.
So,
That's great.
and then even people,
Actually, there's 4, because there's also that salon.
well, you don't
Oh, there's the salon that's in our town as well.
right,
And then near the park, there's another place.
right.
So that's 5.
But even if you're out of town, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can walk to the train. Now the train station's closer, the new one.
Exactly.
So say you live in, I don't know, say you live in Bridgewater, or you live even Quincy. I don't know who listens to them. One of them. Everybody. Somebody up in the Arctic Circle. Santa Claus might be listening to us. Who knows?
He's always listening.
Yeah, he's always listening. He's always watching anyway, for sure. But it's good because you can walk around and and then you can take the train if you if you decide you want to have a few drinks and enjoy yourself. You can take the train and then take an Uber home, and it's affordable. So say you live in Bridgewater, you take an Uber to the Bridgewater station, and shoot over, or vice versa. You live in East Taunton, there's nothing. I mean, as far as the downtown location, Bridgewater, it's smaller, but Middleboro has a lot to offer as far as the downtown location. It really does. I mean, just the downtown area, the shopping, and Taunton, East Taunton. If you wanted to take the train, you'd have to take an Uber. I'm not sure what the deal with the bus is. I don't think they've got that straightened out yet, in my opinion.
Mass Hire South Shore will host a job fair for local employers and job seekers on Thursday, the 14th of August, 12 to 3 p.m. at the Middleboro Public Library, 102 North Main Street. The event will take place in a large meeting room on the basement floor. Job seekers are invited to register and attend this free in-person event to meet with local employers and discuss available roles. Participants are encouraged to schedule their attendance in advance through the Mass Hire Job Class website. Once scheduled, attendees will receive a confirmation email to complete registration. So if you're looking for a job, especially if you're in Middleboro and you're looking for a job, there are a lot of great businesses in the area are hiring.
Middleboro has a lot to offer. Middleboro, and in fact, you growing up, going to the Middleboro public schools,
Yes.
everyone was awesome.
Yes.
Principal Brannigan, all of them, everybody. You know what I mean? I can name all your teachers who were just the best.
Yes.
They did so much for you. They made, I've never, I don't know, I've never experienced that going to school myself, but I had some pretty good teachers. But your teachers were awesome. And it was a good,
Yes.
and it's really, and they taught you well and whatnot. But, one pet peeve I want to run by here, and I can't be mentioning company names on the radio because you just can't do that, but in a certain area in Middleboro, there's a certain coffee shop. Not saying where, but the line does not move in the drive-thru. And it's out on the road, and then it's out on the side road, and then it's out on the main road, and it messes up the parking lot for the other businesses. You got to back up. I saw somebody almost back into some other car because they couldn't go straight. They had to back up. I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm not sure why that drive-through is so slow, but it is affecting traffic in that. And anybody who lives in Middleboro, and I can't say who it is because I just can't be. I can't say that. You know what I mean? They call up and scream at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's...
No, you just can't say anything. You're not going to throw a company under the bus.
Don't throw a company under the bus.
If you live in Middleboro, you know that parking lot area.
Yeah.
You know that particular shop, and you know that particular line, and it's always slow. So only thing I can suggest, and I'm not telling people what to do because I'm not like that. I'm not don't do it. Don't just. I don't know. Maybe go to another coffee shop. It's just. Just don't be going out. Don't be waiting on the road.
Coffee shops.
Don't be waiting on the road and blocking traffic. Don't be waiting on the minute because it's just you're going to cause an accident. If you pull in there, and this is my opinion, you see that the But I mean, I've seen that. I've seen it at other places. People like blocking intersections. They're blocking crosswalks to wait for coffee. Are you really? And then you wait 15 minutes to get a coffee. I mean, are you kidding me? You gotta wait 15 minutes to get a coffee? I don't know. People love their coffee, but I mean, there might be one down the street. There's other shops around here that fly. I like the ones in downtown. There's one I go and I find myself a spot and I walk in because I can talk to the people, and you can really get to know them. The drive-through is so impersonal, in my opinion, and I'm starting to try to get away from the drive-through because I don't know. You have all that emissions sitting there, cars running and stuff. I don't know. I mean, if it moves, it moves. But imagine waiting 10 minutes running your vehicle, all that emissions on a slow drive-through. That's not really. I don't know. It's just a waste for me. But that's my rant. I guess I haven't ranted in a while. I'll rant about that.
All right, New Hampshire.
I was wrong, Joey. I thought I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. But I mean, it's similar though.
New Hampshire does not have any sales tax or excise tax on vehicles, so registration fees are primary way to collect revenue related to vehicle ownership. You can get an estimate of your registration fees using the New Hampshire Vehicle Estimator.
So no sales tax on vehicles.
No.
That's huge for newer vehicles.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's a lot of money.
State fee based on vehicle weight in New Hampshire.
Okay.
Vehicles weighing 0 to 3,000 pounds. Who's driving a car that weighs 0 pounds?
Oh, I've seen a couple. I've seen a Chinese pickup truck that you could probably put in the other room over here. You know what I mean? It's so small. It's probably the weight. Yeah. And then you got those smart cars.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay,
They're like smart cars and coffins and all in one. You know.
The hypothetical 0-pound car costs you $31 a year. $31.20 a year. Vehicles weighing 3,000 to 5,000 pounds, $43.20 a year. Vehicles weighing 5,000 to 8,000 pounds.
That would be 5,000. I think 5,000 or 4,000. We'd say 35. Like your Hyundai out there, it's like probably 3,000 or 28, 29, maybe. I don't know what scale. But then you got the full size SUVs, full size pickup trucks.
Yeah.
But now you're getting into 8,000. Now you're dealing with the bigger pickups.
Yeah, what about 18-wheelers?
More money.
Yeah. What about tanks?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you can legally drive a tank.
Yeah. So it's like 50, 55 bucks, 60 bucks, something like that. About the same amount.
What?
No, how much?
Yeah, it's what for the 5 to 8 now?
Yeah.
5 to 8,000 is $55.
No, really?
$55.20.
I thought years ago they were way more in less time.
Yes.
They pulled a fast one, but whatever.
And then I would assume a car is over 8,000. It's probably more. But I mean, what can 18-wheelers? That's about it. You're not allowed to drive a tank.
But if you notice all the 18-wheelers out there, it's mostly on they call them vans, like the trailers. The trailers.
Yeah.
They all got main plates. And there's like a loophole in the law. Because a lot of people go through Maine to get their plates because they can do like a 5-year registration for like $400 compared to what, say, Massachusetts would charge you.
Yes.
Massachusetts all these states want a lot of money. I mean, I don't know if they just lowered their price a little bit, and play ball a little bit, they'll get that revenue on these trailers, but everyone's just shipping off the Maine. So, I mean, I've seen like mostly dump trailers see Massachusetts plate. So just look for that. You'll see everyone nationwide. So I think if the states wanted to get into some of that revenue, because it's a little paperwork, and some people don't want to deal with it. I'm not sure what it is. It's like a P.O. box of Maine somewhere.
Yeah.
It's complicated, but people figure it out. Because if you have a lot of trailers, you can't register the tractor. You have to register the tractor of the state of origin, but everyone does that. It's like a loophole. But if I say if Massachusetts went down their prices a little bit on their trailers, like a 40-ton tank trailer, not a 20. Well, okay, wait a minute. We got to talk about Muffin and Sons. It's you get a nameplate like, it's usually, $1,100. I think it'd be what, 40 ton, not 40 ton, it's 80,000. 30 tons, so 60,000 or whatever. I don't have my numbers straight, but you know.
Trucking with Don.
No, I'm just saying, sometimes you see excavators on these trailers.
Yes.
Okay? This is a full-size excavator.
Yeah.
The trailer is $1,100 or $1,200 a year. Okay? And then they pull a fast one because it expires in November, and a lot of the excavation companies run till Christmas, and a lot of them shut down.
Yeah.
So you got to pay. Usually the commercials end at the end, and a lot of the companies, they shut down and then they re-register stuff. So that's why people go to Maine. All right, Mumford and Sons. Okay.
Mumford and Sons time. Railroad Revival Tour 2.0. They've done this before, back in 2011. So they're doing this again. Mumford and Sons, the band. They're kind of like folk music, I would say. Kind of like folk, banjo, things like that. They're very good. They're very good. They were popular. They were really popular back in 2011 during that first railroad tour. They were very popular right around that time. But they're doing it again here in 2025. They've already done it actually. They just concluded the tour. They had 4 stops: New Orleans, Simpsonsville in South Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, and Burlington, Vermont. They traveled via the rails, via trains, and not just any train. A very cool looking one, Don.
Yeah, I was there like 8 classic
Yeah, it was.
trains, coaches, and I think CSX engine was pulling them. But wouldn't that be cool? I mean, if I was a fly on the wall on that
Was it
thing.
CSX or was it an Amtrak?
Amtrak,
Amtrak,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Amtrak
sorry,
pulling.
Amtrak pulling them, right. But I mean, but stopping, just going through the towns, and you wonder if they made any unscheduled stops and did like a little concert in like Little Town.
Maybe.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool if they pulled up to Middleboro and they hopped in a van and they set up their little gear at the town of Middleboro or whatever, and then move on?
Yeah.
I'd love the idea of them seeing the country that way,
Absolutely.
because I mean they're huge, so they're a pretty successful band.
They're very successful band.
But they're seeing what America's all about.
Absolutely.
I mean, going from New Orleans up to Vermont.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all the whole.
Especially for a band, I believe Mumford and Sons is not from this country. Let me just double check.
They're
real
huge.
quick.
Well, Mumford and Sons sounds like
They're not from this
City.
country. They are
Whole Quest of
from
the City
Mumford.
Pickers, we seen them on June 14th, and that was Arlo Guthrie's nephew.
Mhm.
Okay, it is his sister's, sister's son, or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we get an interview with his grandson, Mo Guthrie.
Yes.
We're going to try to get back there. We're going to go see one show. We're going to sneak back and try to see a show over there, by the last show. And then maybe we'll talk to Mo, maybe we'll get another interview, hopefully.
One more thing I want to say here before we end the show today. If you want to learn more about the Railroad Revival Tour for Mumford and Sons, there's a video you can check out on YouTube. It's from Trains Are Awesome. The host of that YouTube channel, Tom, does a really good job.
Yeah, he does
explaining it. So.
Yeah, no, he's got a good channel, and we saw the video, and that's what got us thinking about that. But I love that. It's down to earth. It's just you're not jet setting around, taking planes and whatever. I mean, you're just living on the train. You're sitting on. That's your home for the tour.
All right. Well, we gotta go. 8:02 a.m. We gotta go. I'll be back on the air next Sunday. You won't hear me. You won't hear me this week. Ron will be on the air for me tomorrow and on Friday, and he'll be taking over for me on Thursday. And Tony will be taking over for me on Saturday. I'll be back Saturday night. And we'll be back on the air Sunday morning for another edition of Middleboro in Review. Bye-bye, everybody.
Great show, huh?
Yeah.
Broadcasting live from the Con Federal Credit Union Studios at 1413, we are AM 1530, WBBS, Middleboro, Taunton, and W259DD, Middleboro Center, 99.7 FM, your hometown radio station.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Michael Harrington. President Trump considers J.D. Vance the frontrunner for the 2028 Republican presidential nomination. More on that from White House correspondent Greg Bligston.
The president was asked if he believes that Vice President Vance is the heir apparent to the MAGA movement.
Too early, obviously, to talk about it, but certainly he's doing a great job, and he would be...
Yeah, let's not talk about it until after the midterms. That would be great. That would be great. Don't talk about it until after the midterms. Alright, let's see here. Alright, bye-bye, everybody.